Lee Money here from Money's Crazy Mind, and you heard them right here on this very show. Bad Juju, they are the official band of Red Line Radio LLC, and you can check them out on their Facebook page to see where you can check them out live. And if you want to book Bad Juju for your venue today, call Dan at 440-225-0511, and make sure you let them know that you heard about them right here on Red Line Radio LLC. And remember, when you go to a Bad Juju show, wear your Red Line Radio t-shirt and you might just get a shout out. What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here, the host of Money's Crazy Mind and Steel City Renegades. And Redline Radio LLC is proud to partner with Growing Wings Adult Services for the creation of our brand new state-of-the-art production studio. Growing Wings Adult Services has been assisting adults with disabilities in the Northeast Ohio area for the past 5 years. For more information on how Lisa and the team at Growing Wings can assist your family, you can contact Lisa at 234-334-7547 today. Again, that's 234-334-7547. What's up, Redline Nation? Lee Money here. And, I've always been a fan of NASCAR. And one of the coolest collectibles that I always remember having when I was a kid growing up, and even when I was a teenager, was the number 3 Dale Earnhardt car. I always tried to make sure I got the new one every year when it came out, and it had to have that Intimidator logo on the side of it, just like Dale intimidated everybody on the track. And I get all my NASCAR diecast needs from Pit Road Diecast. They are the official sponsors of not only the Scoop, but also of Steel City Renegades. So if you or your family need any diecast cars just in time for Christmas, you can call Pit Road Diecast at 216-355-2347. And of course, if you mention Red Line Radio, the Scoop, or Steel City Renegades, you receive 10% off your in-store purchase. That's Pit Road Diecast, 216-355-2347. What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here from Money's Crazy Mind. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that sometimes after my trash has been picked up, man, does my garbage can smell like, well, trash. Well, if you have the same problem that I'm having, then you can reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC. They offer trash can cleaning and pressure washing. Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning is locally owned, eco-friendly trash and cleaning service in Northwest Ohio, serving North Ridgeville and the surrounding areas. You can reach Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC at 440-752-1533 or at their website, FTBCUSA, or you can email Brendan at FTUSA, or you can check out on Facebook, FTBCUSA. And of course, if you mention Red Line Radio, you receive 10% off. And you can reach out to the Trash Bin Cleaning LLC today. Young is all since 1965. When I was over my and 4 5 5
What is up, everybody? Another episode 40 with the Mel. Joining me as always, Big Smooth Henny. Smooth, man.
Not a whole lot, Mel, man. Just sitting here chilling as usual. What's going on with you?
Man, it's only got it's all day. All shit that we've seen with last. I'm about to have a ball with this. Really? Really, dude? Really? You just go the camera down so everybody see the shirt, man.
You want to talk? You want to talk?
Hey,
Nobody want to see that. Nobody want to see that.
I don't give a fuck who. Yeah, man, y'all fuck with me. Anyway,
Denied.
and that's from Mr. Tim. Tim, don't start, man. Don't be on trash today. All right,
Here we go, brownies.
man. We gonna get into that, but first, this portion of the show is brought by Detroit Auto Parts, the official auto parts store of Line Radio. They have two convenient locations on the east and on the west. Call the east at 216-531-7373 or call the west at 216-398-7373. If you miss Redline Radio, you get 10% of your purchase. And Crystal Clean, because you're clean. Call today at 440-506-155. Just you open today and you mention Redline, you get 10% clean. All right. Let's get started. The NCAA has March Madness is elegantly played, and now Baylor is off, and they were down. Last time, down 7-58. I don't know if that's still the score. Actually, no, they're down 71-62 now, and there is, I believe, 5:19 to play in second. So, what are your thoughts on that game, particularly because you have the Tar shirt on?
I mean, I was surprised with the first game, to be honest, and then seeing this one was kind of a shock because it was like I didn't have them going past the second round, to be honest. They were kind of suspect like beginning of the year, and then like to see them all of a sudden turn up during the tournament was like a shock. So they definitely got something to prove. They're probably like saying, okay, we're still here. I know that we don't have Roy Williams anymore. But the thing I don't like is they're letting that gap get closed right now too, because they were up by a lot more. So anything could happen,
Yeah, they were
man.
actually
I'm
up
not sure if they'll actually
25.
call.
I mean, honestly, I do believe the Tar Heels have a chance to win this game. Now, if they win this game, this shakes up everybody. Clearly, not only does it shake up everybody's bracket, this for because maybe scenario where in their part of the bracket they would be the top dog, and if they can hold on for the next 5 to this would be big because a lot of teams who weren't or people didn't think were gonna be there are in the tournament, and this is one of those crazy scenarios you keep talking about in the world of March Madness. All right. We do got to mention tonight that the Cleveland Crunch have their final home game, and it'll be fan appreciation night. And they are actually shooting for undefeated regular season, believe it or not. It probably, if memory serves me right and research serves me right, it'll be the first undefeated season in Crunch history, which will be really big going into the play as they've already clinched a first round bye. So they'll automatically be in the Final Four come playoff time. So shout out to Eric Davis, Luciano, and the rest of the Cleveland Crunch as they go on tonight. We will be covering that game as well. So stay tuned for details on through our Facebook page. Outside of that, we do got to talk about one topic before we get into the big topic. And that topic is the NBA. As we all know, I don't know how well you follow the NBA, but as we all know, the Lakers look like shit still.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. You still look like shit with LeBron, KD, AD. Like what the hell happened? Like they are literally looking at a play-in. They're 10 games by 500. The Suns it's looking like the Suns are going to walk away with this. The only thing LeBron is as far as or it looks won't play out first.
I'll be honest, man. Like looking at this, I feel as though at this point LeBron is like playing for respect. I don't even know if they would even get in, and it kind of sucks because they spent all this time trying to, build a team up and do what they had to do to get these players in, and it's just not panning out at all. And it's almost like, did you just do too much? Did you bring in too many? Was it like, oh, we just assembled the Western All-Stars and, it's just not something you can do for an entire season. So it's just kind of cool to be able to see that and to see like what's happening. But at the same time, I just don't know like if this is something that was supposed to go this way together, or I don't know. Yeah, I have no answer for it really.
You back.
Tim, you're fucking up.
Our internet is moving the best, right?
Well, we're having some technical, and we apologize for that. But we're going to get it back together. All right, with that being said, who wins the West, honestly? For your honest opinion.
I'm looking for Phoenix to do a repeat.
Really?
I really am.
I think Phoenix does a repeat as well.
I'm I'm looking at that as hard pressed right about now, to be honest. Have you seen the way Golden State's been playing? And I'm not even a Golden State fan. I ain't been a State fan since Mark Curry left the team. Mark Cooper. For those young guys that don't know, I've been a fan since Mark Cooper left the team. But they are only 9 games back. And they've only lost one. Before that they won 4 of their last. Which ain't bad. You all know back in Jordan's day, the East was a bitch to get through. Now it's the West. Yeah, tables turn. And
I guess you could say their big 3 is back now.
Exactly. And that's scary. Because now it's a healthy Clay.
Yeah.
Before it was a beat up Clay, a non-football playing Draymond Green, and then all that was left was Steph. But now all three are presumably healthy for the rest of season / playoffs. So,
Do you think they have enough though?
I don't. But what we have seen actively over the years is it hard pressed to stop them from scoring. It's very hard pressed to stop the Warriors from scoring, especially with the way Clay shoots, with the way Steph shoots, and with the way John rebounds and has second chance points. This is going to be something I'm looking at as we already know who it's clearly going to be Phoenix. But if the Warriors can stay pace, and I'm not even going to say stay, if the Warriors can keep pace with the Suns, Western Conference Finals is going to look a lot similar to what the NBA Finals look like, as far as it goes with teams that you want to see there. So I'm honestly thinking, I strongly feel like the West Phoenix might come out, but it's going to be hard for them now that there's a healthy Golden State.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I feel like right now, the way that it's going, the Suns, they're the only team in the league that have not lost 10 games both at home and away. So that's another fact, too. So it's kind of like wherever you play them at, and they're going to be scrappy, right? With the Warriors, this is a team that has only lost 8 games at home. So for them, they're hoping to be high enough or stay high enough to where they can keep the majority of those playoff games at home because they're hard to beat there, which I think would be their strategy. But yeah, I feel like it would come down to those two. Right now, the way it's looking, the other teams is like they're hanging in there. I know that between the Warriors through like the Timberwolves, it's a lot closer, or let's say the Grizzlies as well. They're in the second place in the West. But it looks almost like Phoenix versus everybody else on that side of the conference or whatever. But then you look at the East, it's just super tight. Like everybody's within 40 or something wins or whatever. So it's just so much different.
Everybody's literally looking at, not to cut you off, but looking at this now because
you
you said that everybody is literally within 7 wins of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. The top 6 are within 7 wins. Miami Heat at 47. Everybody else is either 40, which is the Cavs, 41, 43, or 44.
Yep.
That's too goddamn tight. That is very tight. And I'm not mistaken, since we're talking about this, I believe the Cavs are like maybe, if the internet would cooperate with it, they are only 4 games out of first. So all they got to do is keep. They can beat Chicago. Beaten Chicago before. They've beaten Milwaukee before.
Mm-hmm.
It don't take much. It looks like the AFC of basketball because it don't take much to go from to 5th or 1st to 6th in this playoff race. And I'm really wondering what happens if somebody fuck up with the next 3 weeks.
It's just kind of bound to happen.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's definitely like, I'll say it's bad to the East beat for some fell off a lot. And a lot of the talent has shifted. So
East is best. What we always say.
I feel like it's still gonna be a tight finish. I don't think anybody's gonna fall off too hard. Where it's gonna be a major shift in the East.
I could see that happening. Honestly, I could.
I mean, obviously anything can happen. I just don't like the way everybody's playing, and then after with the trades and stuff that did happen, it's gonna be really competitive in my opinion. Kyrie's obviously showing that he's back to compete fully. I feel like everybody's coming to fight for the spot in the East. In my opinion.
Yeah. But all right, Milwaukee was last year, and they're not the same team from last year. So Ronnie, I gotta add, if somebody to really dominate the East, who would be?
I'm still not sold on the Bucks, like you said. They're not the same team. Philly definitely is emerging, after their recent moves, and Embiid has been on fire. So if he can stay healthy, they definitely got a good shot coming out of the East. Right. Now, what sucks for us is with the Cavs dealing with their injuries. That's the only thing that's holding them back right now. It was nice to see Jared Allen say, like, hey, I'm going to hold off on the surgery and hope to be back in time for the playoffs or whatever, playing with that finger.
But said he didn't need it.
Well, yeah, that's there too.
So if you don't need it, you don't necessarily have to get it, in my opinion.
Well, no, that's true too. I mean, I think the difference too is like him getting it though. They were saying like if he were to get it, then he would definitely be out. And I feel like if you just take it week to week and just do what you can to, rehab a little bit right now and maybe handle something like that in the off season if it's needed, then do that. Because he's young, he's going to play through. He's going to bounce back easily. But they got a good shot, you know what I mean? So right now, it's like with the East, it's like 76 is looking pretty solid. Celtics could go either way. Bulls and Bucks are definitely suspect to me only because we've seen how they played games against the Cavs in the division. And then I'm just not sure about anybody else yet. If Kyrie can play more games, then I could say Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? But they don't do much without him in the playoffs.
I think because when the playoffs, if they're not at home, it's not even gonna matter. So I think it would be to the Nets' advantage not to be at home at least until conference. I know that sounds really shitty to say, but unless he decides to get vaccinated, which he's still adamantly against, and unless the mayor decides to be nice with so I think it would be to the Bucks to Brooklyn's advantage to stay on the road. I could be wrong.
No, it is though. I mean, you figure that gives them the edge for sure. And then with them being the 8th seed, they're not going to have a home series, so that actually works in their favor right now. They just need to get in, is what it really is right now. Just get in the playoffs and then just handle it from there. So that could be I won't say a sleeper, but that could definitely be a threat for sure for the Eastern Conference. Man.
They would be the spice team. All right, quick update. Carolina game. Carolina is up 79-78. And so 28 left in the game. It's like half. So I want to talk about how loaded it up is
Real quick to Kyrie, like, with him not playing, did he get hurt?
He hurt.
I feel like he is almost as injured prone as AD. Like,
Yeah, went there. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. Real quick, sports news. We actually bought two people in the world of sports. One being Scott. Those that know who Scott Hall is, you need to go watch WWE/WCW from the team 4 to 99. Because Scott Hall was one of the best teams as far as wrestling was concerned. That's where the three. For those that have been come across him, a lot of bad things about him. Oh, everybody was dealing. Everybody, everybody, whatever they're going through, and Scott made of it. So we send our prayers and condolences to him and his family and friends. And also this yesterday, that longtime NFL reporter John Clayton passed away at age 67. If you were familiar with the NFL, you trusted John Clayton's reports because to me, John was better than Mel Kiper when it came to the draft. John did extensive research. He was talking about, he actually went in depth. This just all around class. You trusted his opinion no matter what it was. So again, send our prayers and condolences on to his family and friends as well. All right. I guess I'm nitty gritty because I didn't have a lot. I don't know if you had anything, Ronnie. But
No.
We get down to nitty gritty. The Cleveland Browns, who we thought were out of the Deshaun Watson race, end up winning the race, and arguably what is the biggest move since literally Art Modell took the Browns out of Cleveland. And they trade 3 firsts. What is it? 3? Yeah, it was 3 firsts, 1 second. It was 3 firsts, 2. What was that? 3 firsts, 2 seconds.
3 firsts, a third and a fifth, I think.
Okay, so 3 firsts,
Something
a third
like
and a fifth, and $230 million, and I believe 180 is guaranteed.
I'm with that.
But here's the thing. There's a lot of back, and the backlash comes from the suit in the 2022. He sexually. Now, before we go any further into this discussion, I'm going to make it clear. So please, when the time in, or when it's call in and y'all call in, start talking all this shit, I'm making it clear right now before conversation even starts. I'm not condoning whatever the case is. If he didn't do it, I'm condoning it. What I'm going, and I'm trying to back me up on this, but when we talk about this, we're going to be very articulate. We're going to be very factual and logical as humanly possible. So I'm going to leave my emotions out of this. And people that know me, that know it's very hard for me to do that. All right, so with that, it's civil. 20 women in the second. But here's my dilemma. Here's my back to everybody. Ronnie, show hands. Like, where you at? American and you're not ever in trouble to know. Okay. He used how long he got drafted. In terms of drafted 2017. It's 2022. All of this shit supposedly started. Did you do anything out here in trouble? Okay, so up in for Cliff, we had nothing, right?
I hadn't heard anything.
Right, about you? So here's the fact, and I'm gonna ask this question to the general public, our viewers, and all of that. Do anybody find it funny that the minute he turned into a whistleblower, and for those that don't know, that's basically a glorified snitch about how fucked up the Houston Texans organization was? They were racist. How they were, how the front office, not even the front office, the coaching staff was a dick. And then Clowney leaves. Clowney leaves. And J.J. Watt leaves. So those are two star defensive players. And in the mid, they leave. Quarterback, who's the face of the franchise at this point. And he says, this organization ain't what y'all think it is. Owners. And he says out loud. And all of a sudden, 22 women come out of nowhere and say, hey, he did this. Nobody finds that funny. Nobody finds that at all.
That's like
Shoot, I'll speak on
sketchy for real.
Yeah, go ahead. I want you to. I want you both to explain.
So-
Because, like I said, nobody finds that funny. That's like you working at your job. That's like you working at your job. You your ass off. The minute your boss has you doing something you don't want to do, you speak up, and now all of a sudden you lose the promotion, you lose pay, you lose your corner office. Y'all don't find that funny?
See, my thing is like, I feel as though there definitely is a little bit of a setup here for sure. And then also, it's just funny how people are like harping on it so bad, acting like we've never seen teams go through anything legally related to any player ever, whether alleged or convicted, And the thing is, like, they like to point the finger or to point out, someone else's wrongdoing or whatever they have to do to make themselves feel good about what they may have done on their end that they don't want the public to know about. Like, I'm not going to sit here and condemn this man for something that I don't even know if he even did, first of all. And then with the grand jury saying there wasn't enough evidence to even try a case, it's like, yeah, I do find it strange that all of a sudden these accusations and alleged, things that happen came out of nowhere, after all of that went public in terms of how the front office is with the players and whatever else. Because even with, Clowney leaving, Watt leaving, Hopkins, like all these top name players are just like, whatever, I'm done. That's just kind of strange. And all of a sudden your franchise guy says something too, and you want to, come down on him. Like, I don't think that's fair either, And black quarterbacks get enough scrutiny as it is, starting out. And then you have this happen on top of it, and it's like, oh, here we go again, pointing the finger. He did this, he did that. Oh, he's an evil person, blah, 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 and hasn't been convicted of anything, right? And then people are mad, like, oh, right. And then, like, people are so mad about the fact that, oh, you got to deal with these cases, and the league might suspend him for 6 games or whatever else. 6 games versus the next 10 years, I'll take that risk. And then also on top of that, let's think about with Kareem Hunt, his situation. When the Chiefs let him go, and then, the Browns gave him a second opportunity and brought him in, this man literally is on tape doing what he did, and the next season he has to sit out 9 games. And after all of that, the fans love him.
Right.
So the thing is, like, even whether you're convicted, not convicted, whatever, people have their own personal choice as to how they feel about it. But at the end of the day, people forget that with the sports themselves and these different organizations, it's still a business. And this is a franchise that, since they've come back in '99, has not been that successful with 2 playoff appearances. And on top of that, you're trying to figure out how you can win. If this puts you in that position, it's a business decision, right? And my thing is, I don't condone like any kind of action either in terms of what he's being accused of, because I have 2 daughters myself, so I get it. But at the same time, man, like if this pans out, oh my goodness, man, like the type of "I told you so" or the, you know, backlash people will get for, condemning the organization for doing what they're doing. They are like this is the only time that we've ever seen this happen with any organization in the league ever. And
Right.
I find that to be real hypocritical. And then, like,
Very.
you complain over and over again about not having a QB. You complain about, not having somebody at the elite level or whatever. Now you finally got it, and it's a problem. And the thing is, like, maybe the organization knows that he has a strong chance of winning this stuff. So why would they take the risk if they didn't feel like he had a strong chance of winning it?
I fucking agree.
Barry ain't dumb.
Totally. Barry's far from.
Obviously, what he's doing now, like, man, it's crazy.
And to pick up what you're saying about that. All right. I'm just gotta take a quick commercial break. So when we come back, we'll continue the discussion and even let some of y'all call in because I know a lot of y'all got some shade. So we'll be back in a few.